Hey everyone, it's Naomi again. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've actually filmed a video. It's been about, I'd say, 2 months. I've been really super busy with interning and getting stuff ready for grad school and work at the same time, so I haven't had any time to film. And I'm just happy to be filming again when I can. I'm not sure how often I'm going to film, but hopefully before the summer is over, I can have more content being pushed out. Okay, so today I want to talk about BTS and their new song, Permission to Dance. And I also want to talk about the sudden need for English songs now coming from them. Well, okay, so where do I even start? So, if anyone who has been paying attention, BTS came out with a new song this past Friday called Permission to Dance. It's their third English song in less than a year. And this was basically a song for their fandom, ARMY. And again, people who know me, I have been a big BTS fan since late 2015. I've been a fan of theirs since then, for the past 6.5 years. And I feel like when they've started to get bigger in the West now, like their popularity just exploded out of nowhere, you know? And ever since last year, since the pandemic, like ever since they came out with Dynamite, I haven't been too fond of the English releases they've been coming out with, and the album before they released Butter, which was B, I haven't really been a fan of that either. To me, it wasn't their best work. But this past new single, Permission to Dance, it has the same funky retro vibe as Butter and Dynamite did, and I think, let me look at my notes here. What did I say? Yeah, it you're not always gonna love what like your favorite artist puts out. Let's just be 100% honest. And this was not a good song at all. Whether it be in another language or whatnot, this particular song was not good at all. I know Ed Sheeran co-wrote it, which y'all know I can't stand that man. He's just so basic and boring. It was not a very good song. The excessive auto-tune, which I have said before in the past on my blog that I do write for, and I've said this on Twitter as well, the excessive use of auto-tune, the vocal effects on BTS's most current songs is really excessive. It's not necessary. It just makes them sound like they're underwater, or it's not good. And it's like, I don't know, it felt very empty and clunky and just pretty much bland. I feel like, and also a lot of the fans have said it's been mixed reactions. Some love it, some really don't like it, and that's fine. Like, you're not gonna, like I said, you are not gonna realistically, you're not gonna like everything your favorite artist puts out. That's just it. If you do, then you hype up the most mediocre things, and this was a very, very mediocre song. And it really, I feel like most of these English songs that they have released so far, only 3, have been very generic, department store generic, Macy's, JC Penney, H&M generic songs. I hate to say it, but that's what it sounds like. To be honest, this literally has to be their worst song ever. And I know they didn't write it, they didn't produce it, but still, this is not their best work. This is by far the worst song in their discography. The album B itself, the one that came out last November, was it's not their strongest album. And I feel like some people have mentioned this online as to why. Is it raining? I hope it doesn't thunderstorm. Yeah, I feel like, personally for me, I'm gonna backtrack to last summer when they came out with Dynamite. Now, because of the whole pandemic, no one could have toured last year, you know. Everyone was supposed to go on tour. I was supposed to go see them on tour, right? And everything got canceled, everything got shut down. So when they said they were releasing a new song called Dynamite, I was like, okay. And it said it was going to be in English. And I was like, why? And it was just at first, why? Because I remember them saying a year or two prior, when they were asked several times before, as, will you ever make an English album? Will you ever release English songs or whatnot? I remember RM distinctively saying that if they sung in English, it wouldn't represent BTS. Now look where we are now. I mean, the 3 English songs later, I mean, it just, I don't know, it feels very contradictory. And at first when they came out with Dynamite and then they said they wanted to do it for their fans, I said, no. This does not, no. I don't buy that statement. I don't. Because they released that song at least 1 or 2 weeks before the Grammy deadline. And I said, wait, their team, or they themselves, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. This is just me speculating, and this is just my theory. I feel as if this song, Dynamite, was made to get them a Grammy nomination and then get them the Grammy performance. So, I mean, it got them both. They promoted the hell out of Dynamite. I just feel like, I understand that the group themselves wanted a Grammy performance. They wanted a Grammy nomination. The fact that they had to sing in English just to get that said Grammy nomination was just, it felt very iffy to me, because what got them so popular was the fact that they were able, and how they were able to break into the West so easily is because, one, is not only because of their dedicated fan base, it's also for the fact that they are doing it and they're not singing in English, they're singing in their own language. The fact that they were able to captivate a whole entire globe with just their music alone, and that's in another language. And it's like that's and to break into the hardest market in the world, which is America, mind you, that's what made them somewhat, like, I don't want to say different, but interesting. So for them to just flip-flop and just sing in English, it was just a bit odd just to get a Grammy nomination and to perform at the Grammys. You know, like, obviously we all know that if they submitted their Korean stuff into the Recording Academy, it wouldn't have been nominated, which is no surprise. I mean, no one's surprised. Most of their Korean songs, I mean, I think 2 or 3 of them actually went into the top 10 of Hot 100. I know Life Goes On went to number 1, and it only stayed there for like 1 week. And then it was, that whole song itself was there for 3 weeks until it left. Unlike Dynamite, that was on the charts for almost a year. And I don't know, there's something that you would think that after everything, you weren't going to hear any more English songs, and then boom, they came out with Butter. I bet Butter is still number 1. Yeah, Butter is still number 1 on the Hot 100 charts, but that's due to sales. And now they came out with another English song. I just feel like this push to get a Grammy nomination again, and then just to get a Grammy, I think they really want the Grammy itself, but if someone really needs to sit them down and be like, the Grammys aren't worth crap at this point anymore. They're not worth anything. They have lost substance. They're not worth anything. They never really award boy bands at all. I mean, they nominate them, but they don't get any of the Grammy nominations. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys have been nominated for Grammys in the past, and they haven't gotten anything. And those are pretty 2 iconic groups, especially Backstreet Boys, who've been around since my whole entire existence. They've been around for almost pushing 3 decades. So it's like, you mean to tell me if Backstreet Boys and NSYNC can't get a Grammy win, what makes you think y'all can get one? You know, considering the fact that what's it called, the Recording Academy is consisted of, what kind of English is that? Consists of people who are majority white, you know. And I don't want to say they sold out, because it feels like a sellout moment, because you're just doing all of this just to get a Grammy nomination again, and you're doing it just to get a Grammy win. But I really feel like someone needs to sit them down and tell them that you're chasing a dream that's highly impossible. And it's just, I'm just being realistic here. And I'm not trying to hate on them, I'm not. But I just feel like everything has just been so iffy for me. And, you know, I really, like I said before, I haven't been fond of the musical direction that they've been going in for the past 1.5 years. It just feels like they're really trying to really get into that Western market that they already penetrated. Like, they've already broke that barrier for themselves. So people can dislike a song. That's fine. I haven't been on social media at all for the past couple of days because especially on Twitter, I do not want to go into that mess because a lot of people a lot of people have been saying their opinions, which is okay. And there are some opinions that I actually do agree with, and the fact that this is not it, this particular song, Permission to Dance, was not it. This was not a good song, and it's okay to have a different opinion. I just don't like the fact that fans, very passionate fans, are attacking people for having an opinion. Like, nobody's hating on BTS. It's just the fact that this song was just not good. It's just bad. It's not a good song. It's literally a terrible song. There's another point I did want to make, because what did I put here? There was one argument that I saw that really didn't make any sense, because even prior to this release of this new song, I saw people were critiquing at the fact that, okay, they're making another English song. Great. What's new? So people were saying, and their fans were defending, like, people forgot about B. People forgot about that. They self-produced that themselves. Okay, so that's great and all. Like, that's fine. I mean, because B, that particular album was really forgettable. To me, it wasn't their strongest one. It felt though it was a Korean album, it felt very, sorry, my landlord is fixing stuff downstairs. I'm sorry. Yeah, B was a very top 40 produced record. It had Western sounds to it, even though the words were in Korean. The production was very top 40. Songs like Stay felt like a 2013 EDM song. Something that I've heard when I was in my first year of college, from 2012 or 2013. That's what it felt like. Life Goes On felt like a adult contemporary song. That's what it felt like. And so did the other songs were very Western heavy. And it doesn't have like that traditional K-pop sound. Oh my God, these people are gonna make so much noise. So I don't know. I feel like I understand where people are coming from. Like, there was another argument, that ARMY was trying to make, saying how it's not really even an argument. It's kind of more of like a double standard. So 2 years ago, when Monsta X came out with their English song, Who Do You Love, featuring French Montana. Now, that's a really good song. I actually like that song a lot. That was a really well done English song. A lot of ARMY, let's just be honest, were coming at Monsta X because they were trying to crack into the Western market. Look, you can't be surprised when BTS has cracked into the Western market and has success with it. You cannot be surprised when other K-pop groups are trying to follow suit. You cannot be surprised. So don't get angry about that. So people were out here trying to accuse Monsta X of Western validation or selling out or trying to, I don't know. It was some stupid argument that made no sense. Right? A couple months, almost 6-8 months later, they come out with a English album called All About Love, which came out last year, which was a really good album. I was pleasantly surprised how good it was. You know, it's a really good English album, you know, and it went into the top 5, which was really good. And then people were out here dissing them because it was in the top 5 and they sold less. I'm like, okay, and who cares? Who cares? It's a good album regardless of sales. It's a really good album. Who cares? And then what's funny is now Army wants to sit here and say that these English albums are just for the fans. You know, like the same fandom that was attacking one group for singing in English, now your own group is singing in English and it's not a problem. You know, it's typical hypocritical fandom behavior, and it's like, y'all need to grow up, because if it's not your fave, why the hell are you paying attention? Who cares? It's just music. We're all here for music at this point, you know. It's not really much of a big deal. I mean, like I said, it's okay to critique work, you know. It's okay to not like a song. It's okay to critique a label who's basically pushing their group in the wrong direction. Like, yeah, it's okay to criticize. Like, it doesn't mean that you hate them, you hate the group any less. You just don't like the direction the group is going. And that's how I personally feel about BTS now. For 1 year now, I have not really liked how they were going when it comes to music, when it comes to production, when it comes to styling, when it comes to vocals. It just made no sense. So it begs me to question, like, are they just doing all of this so the group themselves can get a Grammy win? Because I don't buy any stupid PR statement. I don't buy any PR statement that says, like, this song is for the fans. This song is supposed to warm Army's hearts. No. You're doing this for money. And that's what it is. Everything is a business. This is about money. This is about getting the public's attention. This is about getting the Recording Academy's attention so you can get that Grammy nomination again, hoping that you can get that Grammy win. For me personally, I don't like the fact that they are singing in English, because it doesn't matter, you know. It shouldn't have to. You've already established yourselves in the Western market. Why are you singing? No, let me not say why are you singing in English. Why are you? I don't want to call them sellouts, but that is what it feels like. It feels like a very sellout moment, because they're just, I personally feel like they're just doing all this so they can get a Grammy win. Like, that's what it feels like, and it doesn't sit well with me. I mean, if they come out with an English album this year, I will lose it. I can't. I will find it funny, because it's like, okay, I kind of hope they don't come out with an English album. I really hope not. I really don't want one. I don't want one. I really don't. It's just, I don't know. Hopefully, apparently, I've been hearing rumblings that they're supposed to have another album out this year. I don't know if we don't know what the format is, but I swear to God, if it's in English, then I truly know that this is a sellout moment. But I hope if it's in Korean, then I wouldn't have a problem. But it better be good, because that last album was not it for me. I'm tired of English songs coming from them, because they're pretty mediocre. They don't represent them. It's not. Oh, they're very kid friendly, and they're grown ass men name dropping celebrities out of nowhere in the song. LeBron, Elton John, or whatever, Usher. You can tell they did not write this. They didn't write it. The lyrics on these English songs are terrible, honestly, and they're basic, and they sound like something that Kids Bop would do. That's what it sounds like. We have a bunch of 20-something-year-old men, grown-ass men, singing generic, cutesy, kid-friendly music. It's like, that is not what they used to sing about when they, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's become very kid-friendly. It's become very One Direction-esque music. They're trying to be family friendly. They're a Hybe, Big Hit, whatever you want to call yourselves, are trying to make BTS into some family friendly, kid friendly band or whatnot. But I'm like, they're grown ass men. Let them sing what they want to sing. Let them sing what they need to sing. Like, Jin is 28 years old. Why is he singing kid-friendly Kids Bop lyrics? Someone explain that to me. I don't get it. Everyone in that group is over the age of 21. They're grown-ass men. Please let them sing songs about grown-ass topics. I've been noticing for the past 4.5 years that Hybe, BTS's, or Big Hit Music, I don't know what the hell to call this company anymore. I'm just gonna call them Hybe/Big Hit. They've, starting out with the Love Yourself series, they've really tried to market BTS as this wholesome group, when I'm like, y'all need to listen to their stuff prior to the Love Yourself series. They were talking about stuff that had a little bit more edge, you know. And I don't know. Hybe is really trying to make them family friendly and very, like I said, One Direction-esque, and I don't like it. Yeah. Another point about the Grammys, I do feel like it feels a little bit greedy. I feel like it's either the label, their management, that wants to be greedy about the whole Grammy win, or Grammy quest for a Grammy, I should say, not even Grammy win, just quest for a Grammy, or BTS wants that, they really want this Grammy so bad. I personally don't understand why you would want one. Like I said, someone needs to sit them down and be like, this shit is not worth it. It's not, considering how they treat Black artists. It's not worth it. I mean, I know a Grammy overseas in their country, it makes sense. You know, it's like a big thing for them. I get it, but I don't know. I mean, if there's any chance that Butter gets nominated for a Grammy again, I wouldn't be surprised. But them winning a actual Grammy, I don't think that's highly possible. Award season will be quite interesting to see how that plays out, but yeah. Like I said before, people can dislike a song. It's fine. You don't have to come at people's neck for it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's okay to critique music. You don't have to fight people online, write long-ass essays on social media platforms to get your point across. You know, you like it, that's fine. If you don't like it, that's okay. But don't attack people for saying that they don't like it. They don't like it, they don't like it. It's not their cup of tea, it's not their cup of tea. Personally, for me, I don't like the song. I don't like Permission to Dance. It literally their worst song they ever put out. Sounds like something from High School Musical. Yeah, but try to be nice to people, please. We've all had a very rough year and a half. We're still in a pandemic. Please, everyone be nice to each other online, because I feel like this pandemic is bringing out the worst in people online, and people just want to be mean, and just, no. It's not a time to be mean, please. Yeah. So I think that's about it. That's my take on BTS's new single and how I feel about these English releases, because it's my opinion. Please leave people alone who have different opinions. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's it for me. So what did you guys think of Permission to Dance? What do you think of BTS's English songs altogether? Let me know in the comments section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!